Matt Gaetz not only refuses to back down from his recent thumb comments, he's repeating them to make it as clear as possible that a gigantic forehead does not equate to having a big brain or a functional heart. Select all images with Matt Gaetz. Thumb, 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 verify.
You would not trust these people to babysit your children for 20 minutes, and why should we then let them educate millions of American students 6 hours a day, year after year after year? Whatever it takes, the conservative movement must liberate America's children from the captivity of these Marxist teachers.
The guy who was sued for making a fake school wants to end actual school. The snowflakes aren't the ones burning books and complaining about science and history being taught to their children. The right-wing strategy is to make everyone as dumb as possible so they can continue to manipulate them. It is pouring MAGA tears. I discuss Matt Gaetz' ridiculous thumb comments, getting totally owned on Twitter, his privileged past, lack of a future, and review the latest and stupid from Don Jr., Marjorie Taylor Greene, and by popular demand, check out a new genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. Scarface Kermit with veneers tweeted,
Apparently the White House is changing the definition of recession this week, so we could just, pretend we're not in one.
Naturally, I replied, your dad made angry beaver faces and wildly flung his hands when faced with a teleprompter stating the reality that he lost the election and commanded a criminal mob. We know Diaper Don's hamburger hit the wall, and eventually we'll find out who he was aiming for when he missed. Matt Gaetz grew up in the house where The Truman Show was filmed. He's a third-generation politician who was elected to Congress in 2016 with thanks to his father's wealth and political clout.
The people are just disgusting. Why is it that the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions? Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb.
A privileged brat under investigation for paying teens to party with him is at a conservative event for teens, suggesting the people fighting for women's rights could never get pregnant because, according to his measures, they are not attractive enough to even get laid.
These people are odious on the inside and out. They're 5'2", 350 pounds, and they're like, give me my abortions or I'll get up and march and protest. And I'm thinking, march? You look like you got ankles weaker than the legal reasoning behind Roe versus Wade.
I want to bang my head against the wall, but there is a hamburger stuck to it.
A few of them need to get up and march. They need to get up and march for an hour a day, swing those arms, get the blood pumping, maybe mix in a salad.
There is just so much stupid to unpack here. Matt, a lot of people do it for pleasure. Not everyone is trying to get impregnated. Accidents happen. No method is 100%. And a woman should not be forced to carry a child to term because some high-haired fake Christian hypocrite demands it. If only tens were allowed to sleep together, this would be an empty planet.
I objected on January 6th last year to the state of Pennsylvania. And I just want to say to all of those liberals out there in the liberal media, just in case you haven't gotten the message yet, I do not regret it. And I am not backing down. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to cower. I'm not going to run from you. I'm not going to bend the knee.
Just days after having the clips of him running away shown on primetime television, Josh Hawley is in a t-shirt being all street, telling the young audience he is unafraid and will not run.
And here I am standing in front of you, and I am unbowed, I am unrepentant, and I'm unafraid. And if I can do it, you can do it. I'm no different than you. If I can do it, you can do it, and we'll do it together.
The sad truth is his crowd will never see that clip of him running because they refuse to watch any of the hearings because they don't want their beliefs challenged with facts. I just wish the white hat hackers had hijacked the feed behind him and shown the running on a loop. Well, the more we spread the truth, the less they can run from it, even if they say they don't run. And they do.
It's just pure ugliness, and I see that ugliness on the inside, I see it on the outside.
Sounds like you're talking about yourself there, Matt.
Even in the horrible circumstance where an abortion may happen, it is nothing to celebrate and it is nothing to cheer.
Huh? Most women can barely even speak about making that choice. They are out on a girls' weekend celebrating one of the most difficult decisions of their lives. He is so far off, he should just resign and disappear.
Mm-hmm. Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
Hey, Maddie, I heard your comments. You know what I paid for, I just want to say I am not pleased with you suggesting I've been with so many thumbs.
Well, Matt's attempt to fat shame millions of pro-choice women didn't go so well when Matt went after another teenager, though this girl didn't get a trip to the Bahamas, cash and cocktails, but some online bashing by a 30-something elected official, and Olivia Juliana wasn't having it. Matt tweeted an image of activist Olivia with dander raised, referring to a Newsweek article about his rant. Olivia replied, "Bullying won't make you taller. It also won't make your forehead smaller." Many quickly got behind Olivia, and she had to follow up by saying, "Well, Matt Gaetz, I have to hand it to you. I didn't think you cared about us abortion rights activists, but your spotlight on me has helped raise $50K for abortion funds in the last 24 hours, so I made you a special thank you card. It almost feels like Matt Gaetz is pro-abortion." And that prompted these to trend on Twitter. Awesome. And Olivia's now raised $275,000.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. MTG left our base to speak at a super right-wing convention where she got to spend some time with fellow deep thinkers that also want to defeat the globalists and make everyone believe that the white American Jesus is the most important thing on the flat earth they're trying to take away from you. MTG brought me back a bag of souvenirs, Chick-fil-A keychain, Lauren's book, white sheet with 2 holes in it, real classy stuff, you know what I mean? I was honestly so hypnotized with the gifts that we just started to go at it on the couch with that, like, Matt Gaetz in a dark corner of Chuck E. Cheese's passion, and MTG surprised me because she had gone commando. I admit I was excited by the steam emitting from margarine taco gristle, but also terrified that all the presents were some sort of crazy attempt for her feet to also go commando. I sprung off the sofa and I laid down the law. I will get sweaty with the blonde meat swamp, but I need to transcend to a different place. We are talking a warp speed diversion to get away from the fact that ankles down, MTG looks like the chopping block after a table of 20 ordered off the secret menu at Mr. Chow's. I am one sloppy slip away from catching a sight of those mortadella, meat stump, sarlacc pit-heeled, Freddy Krueger-skinned, mashed road squirrel, hammered spam can, kebab trimmings. What is the rule?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
A Justice Department investigation into Gaetz and his friends is focusing on their involvement with multiple women who were recruited online and received cash payments according to people close to the investigation and text messages and payment receipts. Yes, there are said to be receipts from Cash App, Venmo, and Apple Pay that show payments from Gaetz and his wingman, Greenberg, to one of the women and a payment from Greenberg to a second woman. Greenberg initially faced 83 criminal counts. That's a lot. But prosecutors cut a deal with him last year, reducing the charge to 6 in exchange for Greenberg's cooperation in multiple inquiries, including into Matt Gaetz, in an 84-page plea agreement. It's the party of family values. Gaetz has denied wrongdoing and has faced no charges, but Greenberg is set to be sentenced in August, so things are about to get interesting. How messed up is the Republican Party when you have this girl, Olivia Juliana, who is 19, working and putting herself through college, and she's being attacked by an elected official? It's the party of family values. Thanks so much to everyone who requested I read another genuine page from Lauren's book, and we're just going to grab one at random here. Stop. Let's go. My girlfriends invited me to do bowling, and since I dropped out of school, I needed other places to drink and make out on a Tuesday, so I was all in. I parked by a dumpster and hung out there for a long time, waiting to do bowling. It was getting dark, and the only person around was a hobo who kept me cozy in his cardboard playhouse with a pick lighter, songs from his little glass flute, and eventually, the brutal truth. "Your friends are never going to be here, Lauren," he screamed while fighting imaginary green spiders and wetting himself. I was in the alley, but not in the bowling alley. I looked around. This was impossible. An alley inside? No way. I promised to bring him a block of the government cheese I lined up for, and he hugged me, pressing his damp pants against my body. And I own the moment, because I may have left school a little early, but this Rocky Mountain gal just reached the top of the class in the school of life. I hope you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Booze Burp's latest book. If you have, please let me know in the comments, and I'll consider reading another page in the near future. Thank you. His imitations are awful. MAGA tears. He says to be kind afters. He just made fun of our great real president, Don Jr., McConnell, God, and Marjorie Taylor and Gren. MAGA tears. At his worst, Trump was 100% better than Odama and Sleepy. MAGA tears. Ever since you snowflakes started crying about My Pillow, me, my friends, and family have spent thousands of dollars at My Pillow and will continue to buy more in the future. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media. It'll cost you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. If you can afford to, please hit the super thanks button or tip me via PayPal, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've supported Jim Jefferies on 5 of his tours. I have 3 albums on Spotify and Apple Music. Be sure to check them out. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.